and welcome to a live stream on a sort of rainy, cold. Well, I mean, cold for sort of Taiwan, so I don't think that's particularly cold for most people out there, but a cold day for the east coast of Taiwan. And just so everybody knows, if you're waiting on a subscription box to leave, they're all leaving today. So there was a delay on the subscription, and all the subscription is going off today. Now I'm going to talk about what's going on for the springtime teas today, but this is an extraordinarily special tea, and I'm going to have this tea right now because it is a cold weather tea. It is a this here is a yellow ticket, and it is from 2001. 2001. And this is an absolutely, well, I don't actually know. We'll get into why I am brewing this tea in a few minutes. But I've decided I'm going to get some Chinese teas on the site. And that is a problem for a bunch of different reasons. Getting Chinese teas on the site is a problem for a bunch of different reasons. The biggest one is I don't know very much about Chinese teas. And so that's the biggest problem. And so what does that mean? Basically, that means that I'm going to work my arse off to drink a bunch of Chinese teas and good at it. And I want to get Shou on the site. The Shengs, I'm not really here nor there on them, but the Shou I really want to get them on the site because I really enjoy them. Certain times of the day, certain times, all of that sort of stuff. I enjoy the shows, but the Shengs just can be a little bit too much. Although I'll probably get to the shows as well. Why not, right? Or sorry, the Shengs as well. But I'm going to start with the shows because I know that in Taiwan, this is where you age post-fermented teas. You do that in Taiwan. So that's what I've got right here. And I've got it from the same place I get all the aged teas. So all the aged teas, I get them all at the same place. That's not true. The stuff from the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, that I get all from the same spot. And so this is from 2001. And so it's from that same spot. And the reason that I am, I guess what's the right way of describing it? The reason that I would trust them is because they're famous enough that I can trust them. They're famous enough that I can trust them. Okay, so here is the first sort of brew, the wash on this right here. And I'm just going to sort of look at it. And dump it out. Now, I'm starting from the very tippy top. I smelt that tea and I'm just like, I've had shows before, but holy, I'm starting at the very, very top. Anyways, let's keep going with this. So what's going on for the site? Tomorrow, after I do this live stream, I don't even know if I'm going to keep this live. I'll probably keep this live stream. Why not? We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to drink this and sort of basically force myself to drink it. What's going on with the site and everything that's going on? The snow mist teas are in. I've sampled them, although the GABA. So I get 4 teas from snow mist, right? So I get from snow mist, I get the oolong, the white tea, the black tea, and the GABA tea. So I get 4 different teas from them. And what I do for those 4 different teas, the oolongs, the whites, and the blacks, I should sit on them for about a month, but I just get them out. I just send them out. People are really excited about getting those teas, so I send them out. They're in the warehouse right now. They're packed up, and they'll be released on Sunday. Then there's the GABA teas, and I have not even sampled them. I haven't even looked at them because I know the GABA teas really need some time. So the GABA teas, they need to sit for a while. And so I haven't even touched the GABA teas. I haven't opened the package. So those will be released sometime in mid to late June. And so there's the Shanlin Shi stuff. I'm getting the buttermilk. So the Shanlin Shi, the buttermilk, the snow mist, all of those teas will be released on Sunday. And that's that. I'm hoping that in the next couple of days, I'll be able to go on a trip and go around the island and get the various things that I want to get. But we'll just have to see about that. So why am I drinking a Shou? Well, one, because the weather is the way it is. So I guess on the Instagram, it's a little bit easier to see. On the YouTube, the camera on the YouTube is not quite as easy to see. But what's behind me is one of the very last cold days. And just as I was starting up the live stream, there was this sound, and I'm curious to see whether it'll start again, because the sound is just like it's like fingernails on a blackboard. The sound, and what the sound is wet cicadas trying really, really, really hard to make a noise. So wet cicadas trying really, really, really hard to make a noise, and it's like it's the most annoying, painful noise. And it was, what's the point? The point is that this is one of the last sort of coolish days before the summer really, really hits in this area. And when the summer hits in this area, it's a sledgehammer. It is an absolute sledgehammer. But tomorrow morning, what's today? Today's Wednesday. So tomorrow morning, which is Thursday, which will be Wednesday night for most of the world that buys tea, you guys will I'll set it out. Actually, I'll set it out as soon as I finish this live stream. I'll set up a countdown for that stuff. So why am I drinking Shou? I got some Shou years ago. We'll see. I'm not going to keep this live stream, but so I can tell the story. So basically, there was a guy that I met when I was first getting into tea, and I met him at the tea show, and a nice guy. He was a politician, and he had some tea. Actually, there was another a competitive. They've actually just gone out of business, but a competitor to a tea place when I started out, and I liked him. He seemed relatively trustworthy. I guess he is kind of relatively trustworthy. A lot of it was just me. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so I bought some tea from him, called it Old Growth, massively, blah, 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 special, super, super special tea. And I also bought, there was like a little bamboo container with fresh Shou. And this little bamboo container with fresh Shou, and they're little Shou pucks. You know, they're all like this big. And there's like 7 in each. And there was, what would that be? Like 12 in the bamboo container. And you could get the whole thing for like $35. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll buy a couple of those. So I bought a couple of those. And I got completely burned on buying tea from that guy, because he said it was old growth tea, and I believed him, and I said it was old growth tea, and then people tried it, and they're like, this is not old growth tea. And then anyways, it worked out fine, because what actually happened was I got my hands on the authentic teas. Now you can see I'm brewing this really, really hard and really, really long. But anyways, because it's in, I should probably poke it after I do this. And then I just had a bunch of these teas. Actually, I've still got a bunch of the cakes of teas, and I just stuck them on a shelf, and I forgot about them for 5 years. 5 years. So this was like 2018 when I first started up, 2018. And what happened after that was this year, I am now at this spot. You can see the blue screen behind, or the green screen behind me. So beautiful, right? But I moved into this spot. And because I moved into this spot, I went through the old warehouse, and I found all of these tea cakes. And I found this Shou. Oh, there we go. And it had been aging for 5 years. Now, when I first bought it, it was pretty bad. Now, what I'm doing right here, I'm just going in and I'm gonna break up the quite hard little tea balls, pieces of the tea cake. And you can see after, I guess this is the third steep now, we're starting to get beautiful color. Oh, that's gorgeous. And it just smells so good. Oh. And anyways, I tried some of these tea cakes that have been aging for 5 years, and lo and behold, blew my mind. And then I gave them out on a subscription service. I was just like, holy crap, guys, you got to try this. And so I sent it out, and there was a bunch of people that were like, wow, that was so good. I couldn't believe how good that was. Do you have any more? No, I did not have any more. And I felt bad about it. And I felt bad about not having any more. I really did. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And so now I am slowly working my way towards figuring out good show. And I asked the people that have the age teas, right? YCH, I believe would be the name that a lot of tea nerds would know. And they sent me some samples, and I got the samples in the other day, and this is the first day where the weather's been okay enough for me to actually try it out. Now you can see with the third steep, the color of the liqueur is getting much better. And I'm trying to see if I can feel sort of the cha chi and the flavor profile and all of these things of this tea, because I know this is a top shelf tea. I know this is like top of the top shelf. I also know this company. I think they're expanding in the U.S. right now, and so I'm if I buy some of their tea, it'll be the special stuff. It'll be the special stuff. Because they have a lot of stuff, and I have stayed with just the Taiwanese stuff. Although there's one exception, right? One exception, of course, the Wu 1980s Wu. That is from them as well, 1980 Wu. And so that's the one exception. But I have stayed with the Taiwanese stuff, so I haven't really tried any of their their Chinese teas. But that's what this is. Me getting to know their Chinese teas. And I can tell you right now, I'm getting a really nice warming sensation, but it's not overpowering. I'm not starting to sweat, thankfully. But yeah, very, very soon, like starting tomorrow, I think this is probably the last time I'll be able to do a live stream or sit here at 2:00. Usually I sort of do lift a little here, like lift is a strong word, but I do exercise up here. And we're getting into the season where if I don't do it before 10 a.m. or actually I should just before before 9 a.m., then I'm not doing it at all. So tomorrow I'll do a live stream earlier doing the snow mist teas. But right now I'm basically just talking to myself in the void. I mean, this is the absolute worst time to do a live stream because it's too early for the people in Europe, and all the people in North America are hopefully long past their bedtime, sleeping, no more caffeine in their system, just off to dreamland, which I hope they all are. But this, I guess probably the YouTube will, I'm not going to take off I'll keep it going. I'll keep it going on the YouTube, but I won't save it on the Instagram. But tomorrow, what I will do is I will, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. Wow, look at the color on this. It's really interesting. It's really thick, like really, really, really thick. But the cha chi that I'm getting from it, nothing too special yet. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I want to try this. This is the fourth steep, whatever steep we're on right now. This is top shelf. And I don't know much about these teas. I know enough to know what a top shelf tea is. And this is an absolute top shelf tea. This is the Shaguan Chawang 2001. And I don't know even enough what that even means. I mean, I can read the characters, right? It's a yellow ticket. I've also got a green ticket probably from the same year. And this is what the tea king. So the Chawang means tea king, whatever the heck that means, right? But this is absolutely a top shelf tea. What's the flavor profile? It's definitely earthy, but it's not wormy. It's clean, it's smooth. It's like all the best aspects of one of those cheap and ready black teas at a dim sum restaurant, but without the catches, right? The bitterness and the astringency and those things going on. Yeah, the chachi's coming in a bit, and it's pretty calming. It's almost like a GABA. I'm getting like a GABA feel with this tea, where it's slowly sort of going down. It's definitely calming, also focusing. It's pretty good. But you know, the biggest difference when you're looking at a lot of the Chinese teas versus Taiwanese teas, you're really like Taiwanese teas are, I've got the fresh cut grass, and I've got the this, and I've got the that, and I've got the this. I'm tasting them. I am experiencing those flavors. Whereas with the Chinese teas, obviously it's very different. Yeah, there's lots of different Chinese teas. We talk about post-fermented and aged. Oftentimes it's not the taste, but it's the taste with the body feel. And you know, the thing that's in common with really, really good teas always is the menthol aftertaste. And menthol, I don't mean mint necessarily, but when you go, there's a tingling and a coolness that's coming out from those high quality teas. Like that. That's what you're getting from those high quality teas. I don't know what to do. I got to try a lot of teas. I've got 4 from them. I'll probably ask for prices and see. If they are extraordinarily expensive, maybe I won't get them. But if they're affordable, then I will. And I'm going to start going to the local tea shops here in Hualien. So there's a couple of tea shops that I haven't been to. There's one in particular that's like a big warehouse, but they don't actually allow you to drink the tea in there. And so I'm going to phone them up in Taipei and be like, next time you come down and check your aged teas, I want to drink some. That reminds me, I really do have to phone them because I got to do that. I want to get on this. I want to learn Shou. So, to finish, And if anybody has any questions, throw them out. I'm going to go on Instagram, and I guess I'll probably set it up on YouTube too. Tomorrow morning, probably at 9 a.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is in the afternoon European time. I'm going to do a live stream with the snow mist teas. So we'll do a live stream with the snow mist teas and any of the other teas, perhaps some of the other teas that have come in. Now, I've already tried the snow mist teas this year. The oolong is like 2 years ago, the oolong wasn't all that good. Last year, the oolong was getting there, was getting better. This year, the upfront oolong is where it was about 3 or 4 years ago. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The black tea, consistently good. It's great. And of course, the white tea, which is just, like they send me these huge bags, and the huge bag is like 1 kilogram. It's like this big. I'm just like, they're so delicate, so beautiful. The white teas that they do up there, all the teas they do up there are so delicate, so beautiful. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Thank you to everybody who has bought tea. No waits for subscriptions. The subscriptions are out. I was aiming for Friday to get the subscriptions out, the 10th, but I got them out today. So that's wonderful. And yeah, the Instagram will be deleted, but it'll still be up on YouTube. But as always, thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have an amazing morning, night, evening, or afternoon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next live stream.